Actually, I mean, Slappydavis too. He's legendary. And I mean, I don't know what he's doing in bronze. It seems like seems kind of crazy. I believe I remember battling him out in platinum many seasons ago. But you know, sometimes we leave and we come back, and you know, rest happens and all that. So we'll see if that plays a factor in their first match today. Let's just jump right into those picks and bans, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, get some. Oh man, banning ballroom. That's that's a thing you can do.
That's a choice. That's a choice.
I'm always surprised by ballroom bans because it's such it's such a like neutral, versatile venue that it feels like anyone can adapt their play style to do fun things on ballroom. But
Yeah, you would think.
I'm a little shocked by it. Because I feel like Hyper really likes gallery, right? And like that's like their double. But it's interesting to me that Hyper bans ballroom, which I just feel like is like horizontal gallery. So
Yeah, you're right.
I'm very intrigued. And then we also have a library pick. So it's like you think like they're pretty comfortable with their camping, but by the venue picks. But ballroom, I guess maybe Slappy likes it and he wanted to ban it. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Aquarium and Tayan are much more the usual kind of thing you would see banned and restricted.
Although the fact that he immediately picks Redwood after that.
Yeah. That is also a choice.
Yeah. I mean, you know, hey, maybe he just likes trees.
I'm gonna be honest though. Once you're comfortable on redwoods, it feels like even if it's a difficult, heavily occlusion based venue, redwoods often feels like you have a little bit more control from the sniper side than you do occasionally on places like Aquarium or Tayan.
Yeah. I mean, it's at least, the trees don't move, so that's one thing. Right? I mean, the shark.
True.
So so at least you can you can figure it out a little more.
Oh my god, can you imagine if redwoods had random tree positions like the Sojis on Tayan?
I think Checker could do it easily if he wanted to.
He absolutely could.
Nightmare venue.
Yeah. All right, anyhow, and then of course Courtyard. Nobody's shocked to see Courtyard.
So this leaves us with 4 games on Gallery, 4 games on Redwoods, 2 games on Library, and 2 games on Courtyard.
Yeah. I think I am ready to go. Let me make sure I got the correct. Oh, hey, I was. Nope. All right, I just gotta swap who's the first spy here. Yep, it should be Hypxr as the spy.
Exactly. Hyper on the spy to start things off. Slappydavis on the sniper. Let's get this show on the road, starting on Gallery in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Ooh, immediate tuck into the blue bookcase here. That was a take control to instantly slamming into the blue bookcase. I'm surprised we didn't try anything shenanigan-y to start this off, considering how quickly we did that, but just pulling out the blue book and heading out towards the front of the venue.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked too. I saw the AMBA positioning, and I feel like in the back gallery there's always a great time to go for some sort of crazy chaos bug. So I'm kind of shocked that Hyper didn't try that. I know Hyper is definitely a player who likes to do some chaotic things in a game, but I think it's the first game, first set, and Slappy is a very strong opponent, so I think Hyper is just going to chill and just play a nice, solid game, this game 1, if I had to imagine.
Absolutely. No need to get too crazy too early on unless you want to really hammer into your opponent that it's something that they need to watch out for. 51% on the first flirt with a character in between is always nice to see. White test on the animation transfer makes the head turn visible on screen, but not something that Slappydavis is able to pick up on as we step back into the blue bookcase. So that's blue microfilm in pocket and the flirt halfway done fairly early.
Yeah, that's some very nice progress, and I have to say it was behind Tex and Sorry, the microfilm, and so I'd have to imagine that this is all but clean. And we also, unfortunately, didn't get to finish like our flirt, but that's okay. This half microfilm is really good progress this early on in gallery. Still have like 2.5 minutes to play, so we have a lot of options here. It's super open party to do stuff.
And getting the one from the blue bookcase first is always a nice bonus as well, because that's generally the harder bookcase to get away with the animation transfer on.
Yeah, I agree. We could always just go back to that spy spot and have it pretty hidden, or we could even do fun things like microfilm at the front of the venue, which is sometimes, catches people off guard. But right now, I would say, not to rest on our laurels too quickly. I think we need to hurry up and finish flirt here, and that way we can free up the last like mission and a half timing wise. We walk over the briefcase, which we actually like redirect Swam on them, which is good, and then just join them at bookcase, which is fine.
A little bit too far, just a couple of steps too far away to finish that flirt in 2. Does hit the second green though, but it only brings us to 97%, and it does bring us back again to the blue bookcase, which is not necessarily a place we want to be. Minute and 30 to play.
Banana bread.
Yeah, that's really painful.
That's a
We really
bug
needed
on
that
the way
flirt.
into
Oh.
conversation, and a very nice one as well. The contact to distract after the fact lets off a lot of lowlights, but considering the mission progress we just got there, that might be a trade we're willing to take.
And I was just going to talk about our pacing, and then we just do 2 missions right there. So now we only need one more mission left. We have a minute left. If we had this flirt, we could just straight up go in for this book. But the ambassador's at the bookcase, and I think that if Slappy's even watching Prince at all, this could be really suspicious. We might be actually be watching this microfilm here.
Seduction target drops in to say hi, and we get the flirt done. 50 seconds still to play, and we've got the green bookcase calling our name. In we go. No time to delay. We've got that microfilm arm well hidden behind the conversation. There is a print here which we take, but it's not really going to matter. There's the microfilm, but the shot comes off, I think, before Slappy even sees any evidence of it, just because of the print. And that is going to do it for game 1.
Yeah, I hope that shot wasn't for a print, because that would be so tragic. Because if the ambassador never went there, I wonder how the game would have ended differently. But yeah, maybe it just really was on top of the first microfilm and was just waiting for confirmation. But yeah, it seems like a pretty big fingerprint credit there. So I'm assuming that's what the shot's for.
Alternatively, if we had just waited for Seek to put the book back and smudge the print, maybe that would have been enough to assuage Slappy's fears. But either way, it didn't quite work out for Hypxr as they step into the sniper side versus Slappydavis's spy. Their first game on Gallery in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, Purloin and Amba are right there at the start, but we don't do anything crazy, and we just are probably going to go find our ST. Yet again, I think just players keeping it nice and simple in the early game, because, the score's it's a blank slate, so don't want to do anything too crazy, because there's no point. Just keep it nice and consistent at the beginning. I like the play.
I think we barely reached this conversation in time before the seduction target ran away from us, but we did, in fact, reach this in time. So 51% on the early green flirt is our reward.
Yep, you love to see it. This is one of the best starts you can see on Gallery, and it's also nice because a lot of the activity is happening right now at the back of the venue, so we're basically invisible right now. I would like a time ad. Time ad would be pretty nice. It looks like we're getting some low lights for pathing from Hypxr. That doesn't surprise me. I think Hypxr knows a little bit of pathing and some nice etiquette, so that could be a factor, as the game goes on. But Ambassador is going to come to the front of the venue here.
There's the second flirt. This one a white test to bring us up to 85%. Still very solid flirt progress to open this up. Ambassador drops in to say hi, but we are barely outside of bug range, so we're not able to do anything with that, and we head inside to start getting some more progress elsewhere.
Yep, love this. I think it's nice. We hit our flirt, reset the cooldown, and now we could start heading into at least some sort of mission site, or at least, get some sort of plan. We have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play, so a lot of time to figure out what we want to do, at least get some decent progress on one mission other than Contact or Seduce. Walk away from Ambassadors, so we don't get credit with the bug, which is good. But we're in an empty convo, maybe Purloin, but I doubt it.
We have the suspected double agent in here for a while, keeping the real double agent at bay. So No actual mission progress to be had in this conversation, but we are tucked away in the corner, being nice and inconspicuous and hiding Smallman. So if Hypxr knows he's back there, then that could be cause for concern.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm assuming statues here. Yeah. So we're going to statues here. Got to get something done and get some progress. We have a minute 40 left, so I'd imagine our finish is going to have to be something with inspects. So we'll see what happens. We're not getting highlight for this statue yet, and we break an animation a little bit there, unless I was seeing things. But we're not highlight for the statue inspect, and Hyper's been
Yeah.
highlighting for statue inspects. That might actually come into play later on, because if we go to another statue and we don't have like a strong enough credit for it, I think that we could get maybe an inspect swap by, or even like, inspect and then bugger Perlin, because we don't have enough suspicion yet. So not being highlight right now, very, very bad for Hyper Sniper, in my opinion.
Well, one thing I want to point out is that even though we did do that very slight animation break, the reason we did that is because we hit both green tests on the inspects, so we were able to get out of there basically on one cycle. Now we head out to the back conversation to finish up our flirt. We're in here with the double agent as well.
Yeah, and we actually don't take the Perlin, which I like here. I think, well, I mean, Slappy doesn't know, but we're not highlight right now, so I am all for not doing like an obvious mission. We only have 40 seconds. We need to, yeah, I was gonna say, we need to get on the move here. I'm assuming inspect swap at this back statue here. We're finally gonna pick up a highlight, but I think that is.
Inspect swap, it's not going to be enough. We haven't taken that contact yet. There's the inspect, there's the swap.
It is
It is
green.
the green swap, so I think we're planning on using the contact to cover for the swap here.
Yep, and I don't think it's even going to be watched, because that was our first highlight. So to Hyper, there's no way we have any other mission
There's the
progress besides the
contact.
swap. Even if we see the swap, but it's not being watched. Okay,
And it's
mission
going to
win
be
countdown.
overtime, which I think is going to throw things off a little bit. We're expecting.
The blue bookcase here, we don't know. We're not on top of this swap here, and I don't think we can find a good shot. We just take a shot on one random highlight. Unfortunately, it was the wrong bookcase highlight that you wanted to shoot. We wanted to shoot Alice, but take the shot on Buns, actually. And I think, like I said, that highlight that we missed at the first statue impacted that entire set. Because I think if we had Alice for having statues, we're watching that swap, even if like a low light goes there, I'd have to imagine. So I think that missed highlight was a major mistake.
Yeah, I completely agree. Either way, Hypxr is not able to pick it up off the panic shot at the end. Slappydavis opens up the set with 2 straight on gallery, and back into the sniper side they go versus Hypxr's Spy in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And that's kind of rough to get swept your first, like it's your double pick and you get swept, and it's got to be a bad feeling. So now we're already probably trying to, get a nice little spy win here. That way we can save our set pace. That way, things don't fall too out of line. So I'm thinking we're probably gonna do some crazy stuff this game, I hope, to get some sort of mission win by Slappy. But just go out and chill for now. Maybe time ad, but Ambassador's pretty safe, so I wouldn't recommend it.
No, it's just an innocent watch check instead of any time ad shenaniganry to open up the set. Seduction target's in a bit of a weird spot. Ambassador's not in any danger, so we're going to take the only real mission progress available to us, which is that briefcase and the print on the handle. So for a party that's not being particularly kind to us early doors, that's still some decent progress to open things up.
Yeah, I agree, and I also think that briefcase was like illegal. I don't think that you could just pick it up and set it down. So if we saw that, that would garner some suspicion in some people's minds. But yeah, I don't think that Slappy's gonna be sus for that. So pretty free print, and go into statues here to give ourselves some more partial progress for later on. We need to start picking up our flirt timings though. You don't want to get too far behind on gallery with flirting.
Just takes the 1 cycle at the statue and then heads directly out to get that flirt at the painting before the seduction target stops reading. So that's 34% on the flirt, 1 inspect, and 1 print.
Yeah, and I can't imagine a Perlin's going to happen here because we don't have enough progress to back it up. And we just take an innocent drink, which I like. So, but 2 minutes left. You need to start doing some missions here. Otherwise, timing can easily get away from you here, and you don't want to be finishing too late with inspects on gallery, because that is like, spy-like heaven for the sniper.
Yeah, we're definitely behind the clock. I think the plan was to try to ambush the seduction target when they go to put this book back, but with the ambassador right there, that's a much riskier proposition than we had hoped it would be. Minute and 50 to play, and we don't have any mission completions yet and limited progress. This is concerning.
Yeah, I agree. We could bug on the way out here, but Salmon's in our way now, and Ambassador's gonna get kicked out very soon, so that plan's probably out. I will say the one consolation, our SC comes to us, and there's a lot of highlights. So this now could be pretty good. We could technically wait out a timer flirt, purloin, bug, and maybe contact, and it could be some sort of like Rov style finish where it all somehow gets done under like 30 seconds. But um, it's hard. What do you do here in this spot with 1 minute to go and one flirt to finish and one print?
Well, we have the lineup for the inspect swap. Honestly, I think we timer flirt here and beg the double agent to join our conversation, not knowing that we have a suspected double agent in conversation with us.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you have to kind of time afford this and then just like blitz the last two missions. But our
Oh
ST
no!
leaves,
Seduction
so
target steps
now
away.
it's gonna be difficult. And we still have a drink in our hand, which is gonna eat up a little bit even more time if we're gonna do something. So now I
Hyper.
would say our actual time's around like probably 30 seconds here to do something, get some missions past sniper. We go to statues, have no choice but to swap this probably, which
Indeed.
I imagine is gonna be death, but we will see.
Hyper
Difficult print
immediately
though.
started
Hits the
moving.
green.
Hits the print!
That could be really good. We need a green swap here. I think we really need a green swap. And we need White Dress to move. Get out of the way.
Inspect's
Okay,
done,
that's
print
good.
done, no swap.
But our SC
60.
has briefcase, so we need
This
to
is
bug and
terrible.
then contact or Perlin. We need to bug. We needed a bug right there. It's gonna be probably timeout. This has to be a timeout because you needed a bug there. I think
Yeah, I think we
that's
ran
unfortunate.
out of
Green though,
options.
white. But yeah, no, there's
It
no other
doesn't
missions to
matter
get
either way
here.
because there's no mission completion. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a really
think
unfortunate game. There was so much wiggle room in that last minute actually for a finish, and I think we just end up. I think that last like 20 seconds, I think we just ran out of steam and didn't do anything, and that's what cost us this game.
here's the thing. I actually think that Hyper had a pretty decent handle on how they wanted to finish that. As soon as the seduction target stepped away from the conversation, Hyper was immediately on the move. They knew exactly what they had to do. They went directly to a fingerprintable statue where they could. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't take the swap there, but they got the print done. They got the inspects done. Unfortunately, the seduction target was off doing briefcase, so even
Yeah.
taking the purloin, there was nothing for us to do.
Yeah, I agree. That ST was really, I mean, we waited that timer flirt out and like I totally agreed with the plan. But when she went to books, it's like, okay, that's when you know you have to like step on the gas because time's getting very short in that last minute with other missions and like, the gamble to go for the difficult on the print on the statue, it could have really messed up our timing, so we hit it. But like since we didn't get that like flirt, it just kind of threw everything off and that like, at the end there you almost had no choice for a purloin and bug. Otherwise, you're just not finishing, and
Yeah.
it's just very unfortunate, like you said, just very tragic game. That ST just kind of screwed us, and the DA was White Dress, which is just awful on gallery. You don't want to see
Yeah.
White Dress just walking up and down the venue like that, and
Yeah, the
just
DA
very
was about
unfortunate
to
game.
join the conversation right at the end. The SDA swooped in and took her spot.
Kane Gaming,
Yeah.
not gaming anymore.
One way or another, it's 3-0 Slappydavis to open up the match on Hyper's pick as they step into the sniper side, to try to salvage something from this first venue in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, Tobo. So what do you want to see this game? So if you're up 3-0 on your opponent's double, you got to be feeling at least pretty comfortable, right? So do you do something crazy, or you still just kind of chill out and like play a nice, slow, consistent gallery game?
I would do something crazy just to try to get in the sniper's head for the rest of the set.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that it'd be a nice place, part of aggression. You're going to your own double after this, which you are supposedly comfortable on. I would love to see some craziness and, maybe some gambit, like some really high risk purloin bug. And if it doesn't work, oh well, next game. But if it works and you get another win and you completely sweep your opponent's double, it's just mental damage the rest of the set for them. Oh, red test, that's unfortunate.
Hyper saw something they weren't happy about. You saw them flickering the safety for a moment there. I'm not quite sure what they were looking at, but
I'm assuming some path, maybe.
It's going to be interesting to see how Slappydavis plays this. Often when I see an early red test on the seduction target like that, it means they're trying to make it's usually an intentional thing to try to get the seduction target as suspicious as possible.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that play as well. I think it's really nice, especially if you can get them to go to like statues or something. Like you basically allow the party to have like an extra free highlight, and like just give the sniper a little bit more stuff to watch. Because ideally, if you know someone highlights for statues, you kind of want to play around. If you know that there's a big clump of highlights in the back conversation, you kind of want to play around there because all the attention is going to be off of you. But we just go next to Ambassador here. Yeah, I'm assuming this is just going to be another nice and slow, consistent game. Hopefully we just don't let the time run out, but our flirt's one away from being done, so we have a lot of time left to do stuff. 2 minutes left.
Absolutely. 68% on the flirt off of a couple of early short pad finds, one off of a painting, and I think both off of paintings, actually. Not any other progress to speak of, but as we step into briefcase, now's our chance to change that as we pick up a print.
Yep, it's nice to see we're still getting some progress. The briefcase looks pretty good there. I wonder if we should have been redirected off of it. I don't know if that's something Hyper would look for, but I like the stop there. I like it looks pretty good. And I think Hyper is a sniper who would watch for stuff like that, so not going to be picking up any extra suspicion there. Hopefully Alice doesn't leave and we can finish this flirt, which she does leave.
She does
Come
leave.
on, these STs, man.
Yeah, just stood a little bit too long if she wanted to get the flirt done at the paintings. It would have been 3 painting flirts, which is kind of wild, but still has this drink in hand from a little while ago. This should be the flirt done, though, as they finally land in a conversation.
Yeah, so obviously we have the print. What do you think would be our last mission? We could bug or purloin maybe, but seems too obvious at the end of a game. So I'm assuming Slappy would go for something else maybe.
I mean, really what we want is for this double agent to get in conversation with us. And then if we can find a bug, that's always great. The
There
double
we go.
agent does
There we go.
drop in,
Kane
actually.
Gaming is gaming this game though, so it's okay. Oh, but White has imagine he leaves. Okay, he doesn't leave. So one more print, and we still need one more mission. So this is very doable. I think the only thing you don't want to see here is a white purloin, because with 30 seconds left and the Toby right there, I think you could easily get a white purloin and just die for it. But we could also bug. I
If
would
we
love a
could
bug here.
Twitch and no, just a
Nice
straight
bug, but
bug
doesn't
on the way
take.
out
And it's seen
directly
anyway,
on
though.
camera.
We duck the briefcase. I like that. That's a really good finish idea. Unfortunately, I think the bug is just seen. That's really good though.
Yeah, the bug absolutely got caught, but Slappydavis, kind of the originator of dancing to try to dodge bullets, and the duck for the briefcase looked like it very nearly did exactly that, but Hyper is able to hold on to that trigger finger just long enough to make sure he had the shot lined up and it wasn't dangerous. So Hyper is, in fact, able to take their one game at the end of the doubled venue heading into Redwoods.
Yeah, and I think we also had a lot of lowlights there at the end. So our party state was pretty in favor of the sniper at the end there, I would say. So I think the fact that we waited so long on missions was to our detriment there a little bit, just because of all the lowlights. So the bug or purloin, I think, were the two best options you even have there at the end of a game like that. And I like we had the briefcase lined up. It's just unfortunate that I think with all the lowlights, the bug was probably just like a sore,
Yeah.
like what's the word I want? Like just a sight for sore eyes. I don't know, but anyway, it's stuck out like a sore thumb. That's what I want. Yeah, just very open arm, and you can't really do much about that because so many lowlights.
Well, if you want more occlusion, here's where you go to get it. We're heading into Redwoods next. It's going to be 4 games of Slappydavis's pick, with Hyper on the spy side first. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Ooh, an early game bug. A pretty nice one, too, heading through the door. That's a huge start for Hyper.
I love this kind of bug, and especially right there near that doorway is normally like where you get cover from the doorway even if you don't have it from the trees, and normally they're moving to try and accompany the ambassador at the beginning of the game. So typically I see spies a lot of times stop in place, that way they don't have to like predict where the amba will bounce, because normally if you just stop in place you'll get the bug to connect. We bounce, which is fine, it still takes. And so normally these are pretty nice and clean, and that ends up being really clean because I don't even think we're highlit. So there's no way that's suspicious, and I think we are now 3 more missions away from just mission winning this game.
White test flirt at mid-range leads us with 28% as we send a delegate. Unfortunately, that delegate had a book in hand, so they very obviously just slammed it into the green bookcase and are heading to bar.
Yep, and I wonder if it was seen. We got a highlight for the statue here, and you got to imagine, you know, let's see what the reaction is on this purloin though. We don't go for the briefcase. Go back to our ST, and it doesn't look like we're immediately shot, so I don't think we're completely on top of the purloin, which is good, but we could have it down to a few people.
Another white test for the second flirt, so it's going to require a green on the third one to finish it up in 3. We're at 60% with 2 minutes to play. Lots of time on the clock, so this seduction will likely not be a huge deal, but it is going to slow us down.
Yeah, I agree, but if we get one more green, what do you think, Tobo, of just going into red bookcase and finishing with a silent game? Do you think it gets shot, or do you think we play it safe and seduce and then contact?
It's hard to shoot for a silent game. I think if you go into red bookcase and just take the two inspects, it's not going to be a silent game though. There's the contact, and out to bar we go. It is a green test on the flirt.
Green test. That's so needed. So needed. I don't know if I like the split there with all those missions, because it seems like he actually was kind of on top of the delegate. So luckily the bug is completely clean and we get away with it. That banana split, very, very aggressive, but it works out. Great game. I love the bug. The delegate send at the beginning is really good too, because you already have your 2 hard missions out of the way. And then yeah, contact and seduce, that's just all she wrote.
Yeah. The thing that I think worked well for the banana split was that we weren't in a position where it felt like that was our last mission, and landing at a busy bar doesn't feel like a place where you're going to get that last mission, at least not without taking the list straight up, and we never had time to do that. So I don't mind it nearly as much as you did, but either way, it worked out. Hyper back within 1 and stepping into the sniper side of Redwoods in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yes, Rocker on Redwoods, name a better duo. Starting an empty conversation here, could do some weird bug after the laser moves to low light, but we opt against it and probably just go into bar and further SD. Very standard.
Yeah. Nice, simple flirt start. It does wind us up at bar, but that does give us a delegate to work out. Green test on the flirt to bring us up to 51%. So definitely not taking things too slowly off the start of this one.
Yep, and
bug on the way in. Bug on the way in. It's nice, a good one too.
That is a great bug. Great opportunity, because like the ambassador is very hard to see there, and you can only really credit a path near the ambassador like that at the back there. So very nice bug. Very nice bug.
That's bug credit, but definitely didn't actually see anything incriminating. It's a nice situation.
And you gotta imagine, it kind of looks similar to Hypxr game, because now we could just send the delegate to somebody and then contact seduce maybe.
That is true. Unfortunately, we're sandwiched between a pair of cast members, and if we sent it where we were, it would have been to the ambassador. Now it's going to be to a suspected double agent, which obviously Slappy's not aware of, but as they step out to the briefcase, it doesn't look like they have any desire to actually send this delegate, but they are going to get a print.
Yeah, I like going for prints here, because if that bug is like not suspected, which I mean, I think Slappy can kind of judge by the laser that this bug is pretty clean and that we're not crazy suspicious for it. But now with only 1 more print to go, that's a green flirt. This is a monstrous game, because now, and the TA joins us, so we can just take this contact straight up, and we only need 1 more print. And I don't even think the bug is anywhere near being like caught here.
Who the ambassador is.
Yeah, we can just go to blue. Just contact and go to blue after he puts it down, and that's a very strong finish. And there's no way I don't think Hypxr shoots us.
Flirt done, bug done. Doesn't take the contact, surprisingly enough. There was so many people in that conversation. I'm really surprised they didn't go for it. I guess they knew there were a couple of highlights who weren't in, but I think I just would have taken that finish.
I'm also shocked. Oh, okay, I see. We want the this statue has a print on it. So that's really good for us. So print and then contact, and it's just a highlight from Hyper, and maybe we're watching for swap here, but contact should just be a win. I mean, unless even if we have the prints, there's no other count. So unless we have that bug credit, which I honestly don't think we have this bug credit.
I don't think so either. This is a much less enticing bug than the previous one was, although there are a lot more highlights in conversations now. Both
Wow.
Wheels and Smallman were out before and are in now, and with the suspected double agent. So this could work out very
Green and
nicely.
red.
There's
Oh,
the
that's such gross
the green
contact. It's green as well. What a gross game. Two green flirts, prints, and a really nice bug. That's a really good Redwoods game.
Yeah, brilliantly done from Slappy, is able to hold off the charge from Hyper and maintain that lead. It's 4-2.
Yeah, wow. That is such a killer game, your opponent thinks, okay, finally I have my spy win and I'll just win the sniper game and I'll be back in it, I'm tied up. And then you just pull out that game. That bug was brilliant. I think just great opportunity there to take a bug where you know that the best they can do is credit it, and then just to identify, okay, if I delegate, it's a little risky, I'll go for prints. And just to keep track of that fingerprint on the statue is really good. And then that contact at the end is so brutal because there's like 5 highlights that are there. So like you're not gonna just be getting shot this game just because you're one of like 2 highlights with real, and maybe you have Prince. It's like, yeah, very nice game, very nice game. Hard shot
Turns
to take
out
too.
people in bronze are very good at SpyParty.
No kidding. Like these guys, this is a very strong gameplay.
Back in we go as Hyper steps back into the spy side versus Slappydavis's sniper in 3-2-1, playing it.
All right. Ooh, we could go for a swap here.
It's very early on. It is an
Nice.
instant white swap.
Love it. We're not highlight yet either, so I'm assuming we haven't taken stock of the statue. Probably just a credit that we could have potentially swapped it because he wasn't watching for it yet. Nice green flirt instantly here. Love the start. Huge start. 3 minutes left, and we already have swaps, so we can just kind of chill out and just wait for inspects later or delegate even. I'm loving our position already.
Yeah, this is a great start from Hyper. 51% on the flirt, and it looks like we're just going to hang out for the timer flirt. We've got an inspect. We've got the swap. This is good stuff.
Yeah, and now we have Rocker going to green, giving us some other highlights in the party to work with. I think there's a print at bar, if I'm not mistaken. Could also do something with that. Party is really just locked into conversations right now, so I like that we're just kind of waiting and we need more motion in the party. We need our party state to kind of change a little bit before we do much.
Well, seduction target steps away, so we're not going to be able to get the timer flirt, unfortunately, but we've got plenty of time still to work with. 2 minutes and 15 seconds about.
So, but if you have this exact spot with 2 minutes left, what would you do? Oh, we bug. I wonder if that
Oh
hasn't
my.
seen. That is
Yeah.
really aggressive. And like I said a couple seconds ago, this party stay is so like cornered in conversation that it's like there's not much else to watch. If you look at the party as we got shot, General's just at bar, but there's no need to watch General at bar because he was just at books. So we take a mission that there's nothing else that even is really being watched. So very aggressive. I like it if just for the fact that it's so aggressive. We already have swap done, and if this was missed, then we just basically flirt and contact to win or inspect. But very aggressive.
I definitely understand the take on that bug because that is just a very weird position where snipers generally aren't going to be paying too much attention to an ambassador that looks fairly safe. And when that kind of thing falls into your lap, most spies I think are going to jump on it, but
I'd take it.
yeah.
I won't lie.
Yep, it was being watched. So unfortunately, Hyper not able to get it done from the spy side. Let's see if they can hold serve from the sniper end in 3-2-1, playing it.
Kane Gaming, he's never failed us this set. Yep, nice.
Immediately
Just leave.
stepping out to go for the seduction target to open up the festivities. It's not in range for a 2 flirt if we hit the greens. We do not hit the greens, so it's 30% on the first flirt.
Yep, I love that we're just leaving and just, we're playing for the pace of the game, which is great. We have 3 minutes left, and once flirt's done with like really early on, I
Ooh.
love that we're time adding here, by the way. Ambassadors, there's a lot of people with statues. Like this is like the sort of party where like it's so active that like there's no way that this timeout is being watched.
Yeah, this is a really good feeling start out of Slappydavis. We'll see what he's able to make of it. But another flirt as we step back into the same conversation from the other side. This one green to bring us up to 81% on the flirt.
Yep, and basically just one flirt away. Very nice. I'm interested to see that Smallman's not even highlight yet. So interesting. So we don't. I don't know if we don't see Smallman there, but I think that's another missed highlight.
Maybe. Keeping a
Okay, there we
fairly
go.
close eye on the party here. I'm not sure exactly what we're looking for, but I think Slappy just kind of wanted that timer flirt. Isn't going to get it as the suction target steps away, but the double agent drops in to take their place, and
It's
that
contact,
is
yeah.
something Slappy's going to jump on. There's the contact. One
Nice
low light,
contact. Very nice contact.
two low lights.
Yeah, not too many lowlights, and that time ad is really helping us here, and I think it's completely clean. I don't think that we've picked up any suspicion for it, so
Agreed.
it's been pretty nice to let people just kind of chill in conversation and give a lot of people flirt credits.
Eyeing up the seduction target, we should get this flirt done. We were in bug range there, but it was pretty open, even with the trees in play. That's not a kind of bug you're likely going to take. Flirt is done, contact done as well. 2 minutes to play.
Yep, I love our spot. Now this is like the dream spot to be in because it's always just like, what are my 2 missions gonna be? And you have so many options. I mean, Delegate's always super strong if you wait like 30 seconds before you send. A nice bug on Redwoods is never out of the cards. Prince may be too late unless we go to bar right now and pick up the print. I'm gonna just see what we're gonna do.
There's also a print at the blue bookcase.
Oh, is there? Oh, then this
Yeah.
could be a really nice just delegate maybe and then go to blue books because this is a print.
It is indeed. So, grab the delegate, take the print. Not able to hit the print though.
Oh, that's tragic. We needed that. Okay, so that changes things a little bit now.
Minute and 10 to play. We don't have any progress on Purloin, on Inspects rather, or on Print. So what are the 2 missions going to be?
Yeah, Toba, you'd have to imagine that this just gets sent, right?
You'd think so, but he doesn't seem to be taking it early.
Banana bread.
Fake contact to try to distract?
With Wheels going next to Ambassador, I kind of like that. I think we should have sent like right after Wheels went right next to Ambassador because we knew Hyper would have been watching that. Okay, we do send, and okay, I see. We're probably gonna swap now. So that's a pretty good idea. I just hope that it's not white, because if it's white test, I think it's probably gonna be death because we'll be watching it because there's not a lot of other activity in this party at the moment.
Indeed. Doesn't get the Purloin off.
No.
He waited just a little bit too long. It's a white test on the swap. Everything fell apart right at the end of that game, and Hyper is able to hold it to a 2-point deficit. It's 3-5.
It must be said that it's nice that Hyper held there. I'm assuming we did know that there was a timeout at some point, and not to just take like any crazy shots. Waiting for the progress, and finally waiting out Slappy the entire game to watch for the swap. Very nice hold there. I like the plan there. I think if we sent Purloin probably just like 10, 15 seconds earlier and maybe had agreed on the swap, that this could have been a different story. But yeah, just a little bit too late there.
Either way, Hyper is able to keep it level on Redwoods as we step into Library next. We've got both of our doubled venues done. We've got 4 more games to play, starting here with Hyper on the Spy side versus Slappy's Sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I'm excited to see what we're going to see, because now we're at the point where, like, so Hyper, if he wants to win the set, he needs to win every single game from here. And you're on Library, right? And it's, like, very hard to win out on Library on both sides, right? Because normally, like, Spy side, it's pretty hard to win because, the snipers are going to win. But if you're Hyper here, do you just play for, just a frame game and just, like, dare him to hold because you've been playing crazy things all game and you really just did a crazy thing last game? Or do you just, pull out some crazy tricks and try to win it there? I'm interested to see what we're going to do.
In conversation with the double agent as we're sort of waiting for the party to settle down. Unfortunately, they don't all settle down in the conversations we want them to. There's a lot of activity at bookcases,
And we
and
bug.
oh my!
That is. Oh no no no! We get stuck. We get stuck. We get stuck. That is almost certainly death if we saw that. Okay, no highlight
Slappydavis
though.
is not. It's not something
Oh
he's
no
really hit
no
a
no
shot
no!
on yet.
It's a highlight. It's a highlight. That and we felt the highlight. That is so. That this is tragic. If it, I'd have to assume we either like just wait out now like, a bunch of time or like. Oh no 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 no!
Oh
We missed.
dear.
Oh my. Okay 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 okay. I thought we missed the pad again. I was like,
So did
no,
I.
this is not. No. Okay. Oh. All right. We cheese it kinda, but I wonder if it's seen.
It did look kind of suspicious from the sniper side. There's our first flirt for 34%. I really do wonder how this bug went. We're not going to know until this game ends, I don't think.
Yeah, 1000%. I'd have to imagine that maybe the bug wasn't really seen, but us, and maybe we saw the path afterwards, and we're like, okay, maybe that was a bug, and then we see him get stuck, and then it's like, oh gosh, maybe it really was a bug, so we highlight it. That's a lot of like hot, like really good lowlights from Slappy though. Seek's also technically a lowlight, but I don't think he, yeah, he highlight. Okay, but our lasers kind of been on us for like a lot of the game. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's definitely
can't
we're
take that for a
definitely
line.
someone that's being paid attention to, which is not something you want to be in any game of Spy Party.
Yeah, 1000%. Like I said, I can't imagine we do anything crazy here, and we just kind of we just kind of like wait out a bunch of time to hopefully maybe like garner some sort of like frame target. But it's just so rough because I think we're dead spy walking. I really feel like we're dead spy walking.
Anyways, here's where the game stands. We've got the bug done, we've got the contact done, we've got 85% on the flirt, we've got one fingerprint with 2 minutes left to play. This is a 5-mission venue, so we've still got a fair bit of work ahead of us, but we've got time to do it. It's going to be interesting to see how we play this moving forwards, but we do have a fair bit of suspicion on that bug in all likelihood.
Some consolation here though is that we're near a bunch of highlights, and so like I wish one of them kind of rejected a drink because then we could have rejected for a purloin maybe, and then at that point we only would have needed a flirt and another print, which is easy to get by. But
Flirt done.
unfortunately, yeah, flirt's done.
Minute and 30 left on the clock. It doesn't look like we're interested in a purloin at the moment. Stepping away to windows.
Time ad?
I don't think so. I think he's just sort of trying to wait out the suspected double agent at the statues here. No, not going to statues, just stepping into an empty conversation.
What is the play here with 1 minute left? Center inspects is always an option. Okay, yeah, I like that.
This might be an
Yeah, and we
attempted...
just, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be an attempted swap frame, not knowing that it was a suspected double agent at the statue, but never got the chance to even try it off of a fingerprintable.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it was a swap frame, and unfortunately, it wouldn't have worked because Teal was an SDA. But this is a quick shot, so I wonder if this was just like, okay, I saw you get stuck on the pad. I'm on top of Prince. I'm just gonna shoot you. He saw the short path from that conversation to the statue looks very spy-like. It's just, yeah, I'm assuming that's what it was for. But I like the play. I guess there's not much else you could really do in this game because that getting caught like that after that bug was just sort of like really tragic, and you're already kind of playing from behind at that point if the sniper sees it. So I like the attempt.
Yeah. Slappydavis on the spy side next versus Hypxr's sniper in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Real quick, I also want to mention the stakes because I'm pretty sure if I think Hypxr was basically playing for a tie or a win here to basically secure first in the group, assuming that his last match goes well. Because I think Slappy is either right on his heels or almost tied with him. I think maybe 1 point behind. So Hypxr, I think, really would want to tie here to almost be really in the driver's seat for a first place finish in bronze. So these last 3 games have a lot of stakes to them, even though Slappy has already secured the tie.
Yeah, absolutely. And to that point, we are in match points territory right now. The 6-3, the current scoreline, and for Hypxr to find a way through and secure the draw here, he has to win all 3 of these next games. Mind you, he has sniper for 2 of them, but that's still a tall order.
And he still has to pull out a spy win on Courtyard, which is very hard task to do. But I know that that Hyper actually is a very like avid courtyard enjoyer, so I think anything's possible. But going into the game right now, there's not much happening. We're just kind of walking around flirting, and I think at this point in the game, I love the idea of just having the sniper hold, because you know you're probably going to lose on Library Spy anyway. So you either play a really long game or you do some crazy gambits at the beginning, and I think we've opted for the former there. So it's up to Hyper to hold this game, I think.
63% off of the flirts, which is not in range for the 3 flirt off white tests, because the best you can get off a single flirt if you don't hit a green is 34%, which doesn't quite get us there. So we're going to have to hit a green test on the 3rd if we want to finish that in 3.
Yep. And
oh dear!
Oh no, not again.
We
Okay,
were
free time
behind
ad.
the pillar there. That is
Okay,
not
double
something
time.
that is visible.
Oh
That's
my
2
gosh!
time ads.
One more.
That's
Let's see
3
it. One
time
more.
ads, and
All
away
right,
we
so
go.
now, so we've just begun the game of library. So how do you feel about the start to go to an empty conversation pad?
Well, with an extra, what, 2 minutes on the clock? Sure.
We've restarted the game. We were like, no. We'll restart. So we now have another 4 minutes and 45 seconds, which is what we start with. So I love it. First of all, this is great. Smallman just became the top suspect after getting all these time ads gone.
Well, I mean, if something has happened and you don't know how it happened, sure, highlight Smallman.
Agreed. But now we have so much time that I just love the fact that we're just idling. Like I said, force Hyper to hold. I mean, if that means making him hold for an entire 7-minute library game, that's what it takes. It's like hold for your whole entire, basically like division life.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of lowlights though.
Here's the thing: when you get triple time added on, like surely he's noticed the time ads at this point and is trying to whittle down the party based on who he know didn't do it. But if you are in a position as a sniper where you just have to deal with a really, really long game and you're not entirely sure how that happened, what's the game plan as a sniper?
Yeah, I think the game plan as a sniper, if you notice like a bunch of time ads and you don't know who did it, obviously, like you said, whittle the party down, and then you kind of at that point are behaviorally thinking, okay, there's no way that they did some crazy mission, so like anybody who has a crap ton of progress can probably just kind of be like low lit for that like whatever credit they have. So like if I was really crediting 3 people with bug or something, I'm like, yeah, no, there's no way someone with a bug would do that with the time ad. There's just no way. And so now you can kind of just play a nice slower game and just live with the lowlights that you have. And in this game, we have 7 lowlights, and there's
Almost
only
half
like
the
8 or 9
party.
people up, which is really, really good for the sniper. And so I think as long as we don't take any crazy paranoia shots onto Kane Gaming, I think we're looking good.
Not able to hit the green test on the 3rd flirt, but with the amount of time we've just given ourselves, it doesn't really matter. 4 flirts, even 5 flirts are not a big deal with that kind of time buffer. Flirt is now done off of the timer, 2.5 minutes to play.
Tobo, I think we both want to see another triple time ad because I think we need to go back to 4:45. Just reset again, reset.
Oh my god, that would be
Just
so funny.
let's just restart again. I don't think that I don't think it was enough. Okay, we could go for the briefcase here though.
I mean, we are a little bit behind the clock. We have 4 missions still to get. I don't think Slappy is going to be particularly excited about doing those missions, but
Okay.
you
Could go for a
really
Purloin.
wanted those time ads, huh?
I really did. I think that'd be so freaking funny, but obviously it makes more sense not to do that. Oh, we could go for a nice bug. Oh, never mind.
That was a wild path by the ambassador.
It really was. Nice fake.
Fake contact coming out.
Yep, and a green purloin, and a nice walkaway.
Ooh.
This could actually maybe get someone shot here. Okay, center, but okay, but I would not go to another suspicious spot if I want to get someone shot. But Kane rejects.
Oh boy.
This
Here
could be
we
very
go.
interesting because Kane's been highlighted so long. So if we like maybe tunneled on Kane a little bit, this could end in a shot. But let's see what we do here because this is gonna be
This
very
list
important.
is still going.
Banana bread.
Into the conversation to take
Okay,
the
that's
contact.
Spy-like, though.
Smallman, a low light, takes the list.
Down to
Guest
2.
list is gone.
So down to us and Kane. I'm pretty sure that we're on top. That we're watching Kane for the bug. We're thinking, Kane, please don't bug here.
Kane takes a drink immediately after, which puts a little bit less suspicion on them after that. We only got 2 of the inspects as well when we went to center statues there instead of all 3. So
And we're
we're in a
credited
bit
for
of
all
an
3,
awkward
though.
position here with only 30 seconds to play.
But I think swap has to be the play because we're already credited with three
Yeah, it's
inspects,
gonna be
right? So
inspect swap. Here we go.
yep, let's see.
Took a print
Oh my
first
gosh.
because why
Imagine
not?
we have prints, we wouldn't be. Oh my gosh. If we had a print, we would have lived. Okay, no, we still get shot though. Okay, good shot. Good timing on the shot. But I was almost thinking there, what if we don't take the shot in 10 seconds? If we had another print, we could have won. But no, never mind. Okay. It's all moot because we get shot. So nice shot.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think you needed 1 or 2 more time ads to win that one.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Cletus there.
So that looked to me like he was like triple zoomed in trying to get a look at that statue. Just barely caught the edge of it as it was coming down, and it kind of looked like it was the middle-sized statue instead of the head. So I'm not sure if it was a hallucinated swap that shot came off on, but it came off correctly either way.
Do you think? Oh my gosh, yeah. Do you think that was the reason? Because if that was the reason, Prince still maybe could have won. Oh my gosh, what a crazy game! I want to say first of all, that was a crazy game. The fact that like we almost put together some sort of finish there at the end and almost got away with like Purloin and center like that late in the game. If we had another print and the statue is very visible to the sniper, I really wonder how this game could have turned out for a Slappy there. But either way, going on to courtyard now. It's very high stakes here because this could be for the entire division, and we are spying on our tournament life on probably one of the best camper venues. So this is going to be some crazy spy party I think we're about to see. So let's see what Hyper's got here on the spy side. It's Kane Gaming again, who has been recurrent throughout. This has been Slappy's good luck character. But let's see what happens in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And this is a venue that really, really rewards creative spy play. It is very hard to win as spy doing the normal, slow, soft tell game. But if you can find something cheeky that the sniper isn't necessarily expecting, that is how to win on courtyard.
Yep, I agree. I think that in Hyper, it's a very creative spy, and we'll find really good opportunities and angles for stuff. So, Bug is never off the table, and a creative swap's never off the table. We could Bug here, and we take it! Look at these takes! And it's 2-2!
That was a
That is so
beautiful
good.
bug through Disney on the other side, on the Kane side as well. That's
Beautiful.
a huge start for Hyper.
That is so massive because now there's no way that was credited. That was so good. I was watching it from the sniper point of view. That was so good looking. And there's no snapback because Kane's arm doesn't reset to his chest for his idol. It just resets to his side.
That's about as good of a bug as you can possibly get. It's 33%
To take a bug like
off
that,
the first flirt, which is
crazy.
plenty. Actually goes across conversation for the second flirt, which is interesting. Does hit the green. It's 66%. We are still in 3 flirt range on a white test.
Yeah. Very nice. One more white test will do it. I have to imagine this bug is just completely clean. Hyper knows it as well. There's 2 minutes.
Double
We're very
agent
often going to go
drops
to
in.
inspects. Oh my gosh, that's so nice for us.
This is such a strong start for Hyper. How does the rest of this game go? Here's the contact coming
Green.
off.
To take a bug like this, though, with your tournament life on the line, is just insane opportunistic spy play. And it's just it just goes to show you, like, these spies are playing so really well. And this is just going to be an inspect and a win, probably. But off that bug, I mean, that is such a great opportunity bug to take.
Flirt
Oh my
done
gosh.
as we head into statues. I have seen crazier sniper shots than this, but not very many. There's the last inspect.
We're not on
There's
screen
the
for it.
put down with
We
the
don't see us at
sniper on
statues
the
even.
other side.
We're not even
trying to
highlighted
make
for
it
it.
look like a one cycle. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Hyper.
Completely clean.
What a spy game!
That game was so clean. I mean, just completely clean game. I mean, I don't even think statues were seen at the end. We had the green BB, like I think a couple green flirts, and that bug is just disgustingly good. Huge, great game, great game.
One more game to go. If Slappy can win from the spy side of Courtyard, they take the win in the set. If Hypxr does, they secure the draw and likely the division. Here we go. One more game of Courtyard in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
A Courtyard sniper game for basically everything. Oh my gosh. And we have the emergency sorry button. So could maybe go in for like a standing bug this game, because that's, in my opinion, what sorry is really, really good for, and even like a really good walking bug. But what do you do in this high of a situation? Because you've been basically sniping for every single win, or spying for like, just to keep your advantage. But now you're spying just to maintain a draw here, or to maintain your win. So what do you do if you're Slappy here?
Just try to calm down and play your game. You've been having good spy games for basically this entire set. You just have to keep it up and hope you can make it through. There's the inspects
bug?
done.
No
We don't
bug,
do
yep.
any bug shenaniganry on the way out. We're not
Thank
going to try to
God.
tuck in too close to the seduction target here. We're okay with a few extra flirts. 49% after the distant white flirt actually does still leave us in 3 flirt range if we hit a close screen.
Yep, and I think the spies been pretty good about their action tests, so I had to assume that we're probably going to hit the green test. But now with this inspect done, now it really is just about finding that last mission in accordance with contact, and then we are gonna at least get into mission countdown, and then at that point it's just up to Hypxr to find the shot.
Does hit the close green test on the 3rd flirt. We go out to window and then back in to make that happen. There's the contact coming off as well.
There it is. It's up to us now. It's up to Hypxr now to find the 4th mission that Slappy is inevitably going to do this game. And then, that's normally the best thing. The best thing you do in a game is that you could do your 4 missions. If the sniper's on top of it, they deserve to win. If they don't, so we'll see. The best time to do a hardtail, though, would be like right now, because it's still pretty early on.
This is actually quite a lot of time to work with. Usually spies wind up in a situation where they start with all the soft tells and get them done without about a minute left in the game. Slappy finished his soft tells with 1:50 on the clock.
Yeah, and there's only 3 highlights in the party right now, so unless like we get like some crazy print shot or something, Slappy looks like he's struggling for a 4th mission here, because it seems like Hypxr's pretty on top of stuff.
I think we're lining up for a bug here.
Okay, we don't
we
bug
are
there.
in bug range.
We're gonna bug maybe?
Fake
Will we
contact to
bug?
try to distract the
This is a
sniper.
bug when
There's
we're
the
watching it. It's on screen.
Does it get
Take a
seen?
shot.
It does get seen, and Hypxr manages to come back from the deficit from the very first venue and secure the draw 6-6.
For the very first time, Hypxr is back to a tie and not behind, and it's the end of the match, which feels the greatest, and secures the tie, which basically guarantees first in the division, assuming, I think, Hypxr just wins, I think, the next match that they play. But Hypxr has been looking so strong, and it's looking likely that's going to probably happen. But huge clutch there at the end. I mean, great set, but great stuff from both. I mean, these spy games are really, really strong. I mean,
absolutely.
to drop a couple sniper games a set from both players, I think makes sense. I mean, and even the plan from Slappy here, I absolutely love. Maybe it could have worked better if we took a bug even sooner there, but I mean, that's the only thing you can even improve on this game. We went for it. We got shot for it. I mean, the sniper has perfect information. They're going to win if they're on top of it anyway. But yeah, massive stuff from everybody. Great, 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 great stuff.
Yeah, I think Slappy played a very good spy game at the end there. They both played an incredible set. Huge congratulations to both of them, but man, oh man, Hypxr just played stronger and stronger and stronger as that set went on and was finally able to break through right at the end.
Scale to the late game.